Hey everybody, it's me, Normal Corey. Thanks so much for checking out this video. And today I came up here to Fidalgo Bay, the Tommy Thompson Trail. This is one of my favorite trails in the world, but yeah, biked up here from Seattle because I just want to make a beat up here. There's lots of seals, and realizing that I did break my DJI mic setup, but you know what? The video sounds okay without it, and this is part of the learning experience. And I'm gonna take it up. It should be something that's easily repaired. And luckily my DJI did not fall into the water. All right, so time to load up a track. We got our MPC loaded up, lithium ion batteries, so we can make beats on the go. We got more places to go, so let's try to make a beat as fast as possible. I am gonna slow it down a little bit and try to explain the process of what I'm doing exactly. Okay, so if we go to menu and we go to preferences, there are your project defaults right here. And if you go into your project defaults, you can change a lot of just the way that things are set up. We got 120 BPM, default sequence is 2 bars. That's a pretty good start to a beat for me personally. So let's go in here, and I've picked, if you press shift menu, you can go into all your different drum samples, all your sample content. So I picked TR-808. And let's listen to that. So I think a good start to this beat is going to be, let's do the tempo down to 106. I don't see a lot of people who make music between 110 and 100. I think it's a rested on amount. Okay, so we got, if you see here, we have the tap tempo going. So all right, so now that's looping. So while it's looping and it's just automatically overdubbing, let's just go ahead and build these drums. So one thing that's cool, if we go up here in the corner, what we can do is we can go in and we have the time correction settings, but we can go in and we can set the swing. So let's set the swing for all tracks at 53. If you hear that, it was quantizing everything I'm playing, but then it's adding a little bit of groove back into there, which is really, really nice. Okay, so let's go in here. And now we got to do, if we press shift and we press note repeat, it's going to give us a note repeat, which is going to be really nice for our hi-hat. So let's go ahead and press the pencil tool, and we're going to press double the length. So whenever we do this, it's going to give us more of the ability to create some variation. So that's cool. So now I've basically just gone here and created some variation within the drums, which can be good. So we're going to turn that note repeat off. So if we press this little button right here in the middle, what it's going to do, it's going to allow us to go in here and mess with the volumes. So let's see, where's that volume at? Yeah, it's right here. I apologize. It's probably pretty hard for you to see the screen because it's also really hard for me to see the screen. But that's okay. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep making more videos outside. We're going to overcome these obstacles together. Okay, so now you hear that hi-hat isn't as high. I think a lot of newer beat makers, they play their hats a little bit too high. All right, we got some big trucks coming by, but that's okay. We're going to keep making this beat. All right, that sounds pretty cool. There's automatically like a functionality where it chokes the open hat with the hi-hat, and I think that sounds really good. And it's nice that the MPC, all that the drum pads that they have that come with it have that. I think that makes things sound like like a legit. It just sounds more legitimate, like a drum. So let's go around and let's just see if there's any other sounds. So I'm just going to stop everything because it got a lot of control, but I like this little clav, so we're going to do that. That sounds cool to me. Okay, so that's tight. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here in the lower pencil tool. We're gonna the lower pencil tool of the actual drum kit, and this is gonna help us for mixing later. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in and we're gonna say explode tracks, and this is gonna put everything, because this is all on one. It's basically just a bunch of tracks inside of a track, but we're gonna explode it onto multiple tracks, and that's gonna allow us to play them with pad mutes later. I don't know if this is necessary, because I was learning about the functionality of you can do mutes on the individual pads, but that's something I'm gonna look at. But for now, we're gonna do that. So we press explode track, and now this track is exploded. And now that it's exploded, we're gonna go into the first one, and we're gonna press the pencil tool and just say delete track. So now we have 6 different tracks that are all, let's go in close. Well, we still can't see. All right, we're gonna do up high. We're gonna figure that out in the future. One thing about making beats outside, it's really hard to see your screen, but we're gonna keep it going. I'm not scared. Keep making YouTube videos, keep getting better every day. All right, so now I can go here into the pad mutes, which I don't know if you can see them on here, but then we can play these pads. And bring things in and out. And if we press time control on the pad mutes, we're gonna put a 1-bar time division on there. And that makes things sound really professional as they come in and out. All right, well, that's cool. So boom, we started out with that. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, we're gonna add a new track. I'm just gonna go ahead and add the bass. I tend to add the bass because whenever I'm doing live sets later, it makes things make sense. This is something you gotta purchase, but I really like the sub factory bass in the MPC. I think it sounds really lovely, and I think it sounds really great. Okay, so that sounds fucking crazy. That's the default. I don't really like that. So what we're gonna do is before we start picking things, we're gonna pick a key. So I think I'm gonna do D major. D major to me sounds like when you get into a fight with your partner, but you both grow together and become stronger. All right, so we're gonna do 808 creative. I think that's gonna be a really cool sounding sound on here. All right, so, well, that sounds kind of crazy, but let's see how it sounds. I think whenever you're picking sounds, it's kind of a boring part, but you always wanna think about how it sounds with the other sounds. That might be the one. But sometimes when I pick something right away, I'm like self-conscious about it. So let's see if we need to pick another one. So we can just use the wheel to scroll through the different sounds. Damn, all these sound. Okay, that's, I don't know. This is the thing that kind of takes the longest, but I think this one sounds cool. There's something cool going on about the high end. We have to press the multi-record on the track that we're on in order for it to record. So don't forget to press the multi-track. Okay, so that sounds pretty cool to me. I'm gonna turn down the volume so you can keep hearing me. So this is a good point. We go onto the effects of this track, and we're gonna go dynamics, and we're gonna pick Mother Ducker. And the thing I love about Mother Ducker, let's go back to track 1, and we actually need to go in here because it's still the different kicks and things. So what we need to do is go to the effect of the kick. Oh, whoa, we already got the Mother Ducker in. So let's go here and let's check in the Mother Ducker. Yeah, we can see, I'm not sure if we can go in there. Let's see if we can get in there and have you see it. You see that little duck? See how he's jumping? That means that the input is making him sound really, really nice. All right, so let's get my camera back. Just gonna take a second. Yeah, we're doing this all live here, so we're just learning together. All right, so that sounds good to me. So we got that mother ducker going. Now what we need to do is we need to go in and let's see. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do a new track. I'm just gonna do this really simply because the video is going a little bit long, and I actually dropped my DJI microphone. The wind blew it down, and so I'm not sure if the audio is even gonna work for this. Luckily it survived, but it bent a little bit, and I don't know if it's actually going into my phone, so I need to check that. We're gonna check this after we make the video. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a lead, and we're also gonna do a piano, and then I say we're done. I like this retro lead that comes with a mini D. It's an analog synthesizer. So let's go in here and let's just play that. All right, so that sounds good to me. So let's go in, we're gonna pick a piano. So we'll go in, I really think the pianos and hype sound really good. So we're gonna change from notes, we're gonna change it to chord. So we're gonna play a D major chord. So let's go in and let's press piano. Let's do a fantasy piano, because honestly out here we got all the seals and everything, and it sounds like a fantasy to me. So let's go ahead and do this. So, oh yeah. So let's go ahead, press overdub. We're gonna start recording. All right, so just to show you what I would do for a performance now, as far as completing the beat is, we can go in here to our tracks, and we can just bring pieces of it in and out, which is fun. Hey. So whenever if I was doing a live show, this is just how I would bring things in and out, you know, which is fun because then you get to mix things live. And I think one thing about mixing on the computer is that things end up being the computer can do things that you can't even imagine, but the issue with that is that it can feel a little bit stagnant. So it's fun to use the pads and be able to come in here and play things. So I can go in here and I can pick an XY effect, and so yeah, so that's how I would start out. It's really nice too because you can really easily test drops. Like let's try this. So we're taking all these things out, and then we can bring it in time. Yeah, so that sounds good to me. Well, all right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for chilling with me here while I make a beat. I dropped my iPhone and my DJI interface fell down. It didn't fall in the water, but it got bent. But that's just one of those things about making beats outside, is that, you know, you never know what would happen. I trust the DJI mic, and we'll see if this video even comes out. But yeah, I'm trying to make more music for y'all, where I make a song every single day and I ride my bike to random places. So I might as well just document and keep doing that. Like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing. Stay posted. I'm gonna keep making more videos no matter what, even if my gear breaks or whatever. If you see my MPC, it's all rough. All the other MPC videos I see, the people's MPCs are pristinely taken care of, which is amazing. But yeah, if you have questions about making beats outside, you can see based on this bad boy, I'm making beats outside every single day. So yeah, got any thoughts? Like, subscribe, check me out. Thank y'all so much.